hate when I start a video and then my nose starts itching because it's like the first thing you see now is me. What are you gonna do? I gotta scratch it. Hi. We have sound. That's good. So yeah, what's going on? Welcome to Daily Fuel. Welcome to the replay. My name is Bobby. I am the host of this group. And if you are watching in the replay right now, then let me know that you're here. You can write comments. I like when replay people write comments. Bring them back. Hashtag replay people. Put that one down. Or make up your own. You don't have to use that one. But if you're joining live, also replay people. You guys can comment. You guys can write stuff. You guys can tag me in the comments, and I'll come back and I'll like them, heart them, say stuff back, and whatnot. But definitely, if you're here now, let me know that you're here. You can start commenting and let me know that you're here. And if you're new to Daily Fuel, I'm going to go through my spiel and ignore the comments at some point. Then I come back and I read the comments, and usually 10 minutes has passed since you commented what you said, and I don't remember what the heck we were talking about that prompted that particular comment. And let's see, Amy is here. Hello from another gray day in the UK. It's a gray day here. It's been raining all day. Marcia says, hello, Bobby. Super day. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I spilled water on my laptop before, and I was like, and cleaning it up and stuff. And then I got some more water, and I was like, I'm going to put it over here now and just leave it over here far away from my laptop. And then I put it down, and my finger snagged it and dropped it, and it spilled all over the floor. I have spilled water twice today in my office. Luckily, this time didn't get on anything except, the floor and the rug and my pantaloons. Let's begin, shall we? Let's go. Facade. Facade is, it's the face of a building, it's the front of a building, but also it's sort of usually it's considered something that's fake that you put up to present, like he puts up a facade of being, strong, but really he's not. So that's the kind of thing. So it can have like a fake or a sinister sounding tone to it, but really when I say it, it's more like the presentation, the brand image that you create for yourself, which can be as it should be authentic of you, but it doesn't have to be 100% of you. For example, if you're testifying in court, they want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You can give them the truth, but you don't have to give them the whole truth. Not in court, you do, but not in branding yourself or in presenting your art. So you want to give a truth, a version of yourself. And I like to say, have you ever seen a TV show where there's a famous actor or actress is on the show, right? But they're playing themselves, and they're not just playing themselves, but they're playing like a ridiculous version of themselves. So, I always love when they do that because it's really funny. I'm thinking of James Van Der Beek in The Bitch from Apartment 21. I never saw that whole show, but I saw some of it, and he was just really good in that. So it's like when they make fun of themselves, and it's really great. So it's sort of like I kind of do that, right? Hang on, I gotta fix this screen. It's authentic for me. It's authentic for me to be the front man, to be doing this. Obviously I'm comfortable doing this. But when I'm walking around the house, I don't talk to my kids like this. This isn't like the way that I behave when I go to the store and I'm like, hey, where are the Ritz crackers? I don't do that. I'm very mellow and calm. But then I get on stage and I become this facade version of me. It's authentic and it's real, but it's different than what I just am in my boring old life. And also, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. So yesterday we were talking about how tactics and stuff to attract an audience, and I said, whatever you do, if you pick a social media platform or whatever, you want to be consistent and persistent. That's important. So even if that means only picking one and doing something once a week, just do it consistently. And the other thing is, even if you only pick one, you want to be everywhere. So you can use tools like Zapier or IFTTT to take that one post that you do on that one thing and just kind of like tweet it and put it on Instagram and all kinds of things. It'll do it for you automatically, right? But number 3, which I decided not to do yesterday because it was a big one, is let them behind the scenes with you. Let your audience in to your world. So kind of like if you saw the image that I used for today's post, it was a picture of Dorothy and those guys at the Wizard of Oz palace, and Toto pulls the curtain back, and now instead of being this "I am the Grand Wizard of Oz" thing that's all filling up the room and stuff, it's this old man pulling levers, and he's like, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. Well, we are the man behind the curtain, right? Or the woman behind the curtain. We are the person behind the curtain. And we can let them peek behind the curtain. There's nothing wrong with that, to let your audience into your world a little bit. You don't have to open the front door and open the shutters and let everybody see your garbage and everything like that. Nobody wants to see everything. There should still be a facade, but you can kind of let them in and understand that, well, I'm a human being too, and I spill water all over my office, and my car breaks down and this and that, so those are the things that we're talking about here. So here are 3 ways to let them in. Number 1 is you can do stories about yourself. You don't have to be like, sit down, children, gather around while I tell you stories about how I met, grandma. It's not like that. It's more like you can just sort of sprinkle in little details about your life. So by now, I don't do a daily fuel about my wife and kids, but by now I have a wife, I have 2 kids, my daughter is going to art school, and my son is in high school. I have a dog who walks around over my head. So all of these things because I sprinkle them into Daily Fuels, even though Daily Fuel isn't about them. So that, right? So it's just a peek behind the curtain, right? It's not the whole whoosh, here it is, You want to be a human being. You want to be relatable. You want to let them know that you're not this perfect, unattainable version of Zeus on the mountain that they can never be. But if you want to be an inspirational person, you want to present yourself in a way that is somewhere good to be, but not so unattainable that it's like, well, I could never be there. It's like I always think of those entrepreneur guys you see who are like, hey, check out my crib, and this is my house. It's got like 17 bedrooms and 52 bathrooms and 16 kitchens and my garage. It's a 6-car garage, but it doesn't have enough room for all my Lamborghinis. And it's like, I can't get behind those guys because it's just like, first of all, it's probably fake. And second of all, it's not really attainable for most people. So where are we going with that? But I'm trying to create something here that is attainable for everybody that is interested in it. So that's number 1. Let them into your world a little bit. Be a human being. Tell them stories about yourself. And number 2 is to make the marketing and the branding that you do for your business or just presenting your artwork, make it conversational. It should be back and forth. This isn't like the olden days of Mad Men where advertising was just a billboard that told me something and, nobody sat next to the billboard and gave comments back to it. That would be ridiculous. Some people probably did, but, we put them in places and things. That's... Yeah, bad joke. Anyway, so you have this conversational marketing thing that you want to do. You want to make it a back and forth. That's why I really like Facebook groups, because it's a great platform for me to gather people around me and have conversations where, you guys do the commenting and then I riff on them a little bit and it becomes a back and forth kind of a thing. Certainly, you could do that in the comments of anything. You can do that in Instagram. You could do that on YouTube commenting. You could do it anywhere. Anything whatever works for you to just sort of make it a thing where it's like, ask for feedback, ask for their thoughts, ask for, hey, what do you guys want me to do next? Anything that you can do to sort of make it back and forth and bring them into the decision making. Empowers them and makes them feel like they have part ownership in this thing. And by makes them feel, I don't mean you're manipulating and tricking. What I mean is you really are giving them that, but it's obvious that it's still your thing, right? So, And the third one is appreciation. You have to appreciate your audience. You really cannot take an audience or fans or whatever you have for granted. You need to let them know that you appreciate them. It's why I say thank you for spending time with me. I really appreciate it at the end of all of my lives, unless I forget, right? It's very important that you do that. So however you do it, you show appreciation either through thanking them, like literally say thank you, or, giving things away, or anything that just sort of makes them feel like they have value that they're bringing to the table other than just like they're going to buy your crap, because that doesn't really make anybody feel appreciated. Now, here's a bonus one is take all of that stuff I just said and don't overdo it. You do not have to overdo it. I kind of hinted at this in the first one, peek behind the curtain. You don't open the curtains all the way, right? Well, it doesn't have to be conversational marketing where it's like, hey, what do you want me to do next? And they say things that you're not really into. It's not on brand. That doesn't mean that now you have to change your brand to fit things because Joe from Schenectady wanted you to talk about that. You don't have to listen to that. You can just, if you want, you can politely say, oh, that's not really where we're going with this, or you don't have to at all. You can just kind of take what I do is I do polls. So I'm not asking any one person, hey, what do you want me to do? And they tell me, and now I'm like, I gotta do that. But it's more like I sort of take the when you combine them all together, it's like most people want this and a lot of people want this and a few people wanted this. So you know what I'll do? I may not do a daily fuel on that, but I might sort of bring it into the conversation here, or I might do a tip post or something like that. You want to maintain the direction of your own narrative. Wherever it is that you're going, that candle in the darkness, that's your candle. You have to make sure that you're following that. And anybody else that's with you in your audience that's saying, hey, do this or hey, do that, it's fine for them to do that. And you can ask for that feedback, and you can certainly take their advice. But you have to make sure that anything that you take in has to be still pointing you in that direction, because otherwise you're not going to be able to do it anymore. All right, that's that, and let's go to the comments. What do you guys have to say today? You know what? I don't care what you say. Goodbye. We're done. Okay. Hello. Robin has roses for me. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. And Amy, I think you nailed letting the audience see behind the scenes. Your mishaps are funny. Thank you. That's part of my shtick. Nothing that I do is fake, right? I might put it on a little bit. I'll enhance it, but it's me notched up. Right? Nothing is fake. It's not like I leave here and I don't have a sense of humor, or I'm like some mean old guy that kicks dogs and stuff like that. Like what you see is what you get. This is me. And if you were hang out with me, you would just be hanging out with a calmer version of me. I don't in people's face, right? But yeah, I am definitely a little bit self-deprecating. I definitely have that part of my sense of humor. And if there are things going on in my life, I like to use them as part of the lesson. It's like, gee, we were just talking about this yesterday, and now this thing happened to me, and I realized that it was like a real life example of this thing, Or, when I found out that the car broke down, but that meant that the mechanic found some other problem that was going to be a bigger problem if I didn't get it fixed, but I didn't know about it, so I wasn't getting it fixed. That kind of a thing. It's like I kind of tie it in, and at the same time, it's sort of going, you can see into my real world a little bit. Let's take a breath. The whole breathing thing, right? That's another thing. Robin, thumbs up. Thank you. Amy, did I skip any? I did. Sorry, I skipped a bunch. See what happens? All right, I think you nailed it. Robin says, I liked that joke. I don't remember the joke. Okay, good. Robin says, encouraging comments helps everyone feel connected. Yeah, it does. That's in comments is actually goes to both of them, because it's conversational, it's back and forth, it makes people feel a little bit of ownership. But when you comment back, say if you put up a YouTube video or an Instagram picture and somebody comments on it and you comment back, that makes them feel all warm inside. It's like, hey, so-and-so commented on my comment. It's like you know what I'm talking about, right? It's like if a celebrity posts something and you're like, that looks great, and they're like, thanks, you're awesome. It's like you feel like, right? You like it. So you have the power to do that for people, even if you don't realize that you do, you know? So I like it doing it this way. You guys say something, and I never say like, well, that's wrong, you're dumb. You know, I'll never say that. I might not agree, in which case I'll politely say, I don't know, I kind of see it this way. Or I might not understand what the hell you're talking about, in which case I'll say, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. I didn't get this one, you know? Or if it sparks a thought that I didn't have, or even one that's better than what I was talking about, I'll say that. I'll be like, that's amazing. Oh my God. Like Robin, your comment like 2 days ago. I did the quick fuel thing. I didn't even do it on my spiel. I did it on your comment and my riff on it because I felt the riff was even better than the whole thing I wrote. So thank you. That was great. I appreciate that. So there you go. Encourage your comments, right? I think genuine. I'm like, what is that word? I don't know what that word is. I think genuine people, this is Amy, I think genuine people that have respect for the audience fare better than those that take them for a ride. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, anybody can sell snake oil. Anybody can fool people for a little while, right? We all know that. But if you want to build something around your core genius, you probably want it to last more than a month or a year or even just a decade, right? Whatever. At some point, if you're not being authentic and you're not living up to the brand promise that you're putting out there, people are going to catch on, and you're going to find your audience dwindling away. So, yeah, it's much better to be genuine and sincere and authentic and allow the people who are attracted to that to decide to stick around rather than trick them or force them or do something. Like, I can't stand things that, like, you buy a thing and it's like... If you want to buy something, not like an object, like here's money and I get this object, but more like a service, right? So now you're subscribed to this service or something like that. If they don't have their cancel button like front and center, I am always wondering, like, what's the deal here? Is your whole business model just get people in the door and then make it really hard to get out so that they just have no choice? Like, that's what kind of like cable had become, right? Have you ever tried to cancel your cable? It's impossible. First of all, they will make you wait an hour and a half on the phone, and then when they get you on the phone, they have like all these specialists whose only job is just to like break you down to stay somehow. It's like that Friends episode, I want to quit the gym. Do you know that episode? And then they ended up, I want to quit the bank. That was a great one. If you don't know it, then, whatever. But if you do know it, you're laughing probably. So there's that, right? Yeah, you got to be genuine, and you have to give people, let them know where the door is. I only want you in this group if you want to be in this group. If you don't like it here, then that's okay. I'm not for everybody. And that's what you have to do as well. Hector here. Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? How's it going? Nice to, well, I don't see you for some reason. Still, Hector's not there. Marsha got the thing going on. I don't know why you don't. Robin says, when people comment, it makes... did I skip any? No, I think genuine. Okay, Robin says, when people comment, it makes others feel like they matter, which makes everyone feel good. Yeah, absolutely. And I try to create a space here on the lives where it's like, I feel like if a couple people start commenting, then usually a couple more people start commenting. It's like people realize it's okay to comment, and then we're just having a conversation. I got to tell you, the first 10 minutes that I do the spiel is just to warm up. I feel like the real daily fuel is the comment section. Because then we just really get into the details of it that are important to you. It's like all I'm doing is laying out what I think the topic for the day should be, and then you guys have all this stuff to say that I just go off on, and then you go off on, and then I go off on again, and it's just like that became the content. That was the show, So, thanks. Marsha says, Yeah, Marsha. Marsha says making your clientele the center of attention by being personable and asking about them breaks the ice and shows you are human and actually care about the person first. Be kind, be caring, treat your people like family. Absolutely. Perfectly said. Really, really well done. Yeah, that's another good thing you just said there. It breaks the ice, right? Being personable and asking about them breaks the ice. Absolutely. It's like kind of what I just said. It's like I'll do my spiel just to get everything warmed up, and then give you guys some little tidbits of like, oh, let's talk about this. Let's ask him this. Let's do this. This is what I think of this, right? Like that's not a question. That's a comment. You're adding your 2 cents to the show. So that's great. Thank you for that. Amy says, I think we have an internal BS detector. Oh, yeah, right? Especially us. The energy people, come on, right? We have to listen to it, though, right? Actually, I think it's more here. I think this is what gets us. It's like you kind of you look for something. It's like, oh, maybe it's okay. Maybe I can deal with that. Maybe it'll be fine, you know? But your heart is going, hey, that's not cool. That's not gonna vibe with you. You know when something vibes with you and when it doesn't. If it doesn't feel, think of the things in your life that vibe with you the most. I feel like everything should vibe with you that much. I think that the things that don't are things that we're settling on. That's not what this one's about, but that's something to think about, right? How much in our lives are just kind of there. But then there are the things that really, really vibe with you. Why can't everything really, really vibe with you? What do we do that man, this is a whole different week of what do we do that makes us say, that's all right. I'll leave it like that. I don't know. Let's chew on that a little bit. This is chewing. Amy says, no, I read that one. Yeah, Robin says, yes, best to be genuine and authentic. Right, back to Amy's previous comment. And if others can't relate, so what? Absolutely, because the change for them isn't worth it. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all because that is going, whatever, I'll just do that. I've tried that, doesn't work. So yeah, does not work. You don't see me because I'm transmitting through the portal. You crack me up, dude. Robin says, the things that really vibe with you, perhaps, are the things that really matter. I like to think that, yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, maybe there aren't better, vibier versions of some things. Maybe there are just some things that we have to do that, it's like, I don't know. I don't even have an example. I didn't prepare for this content, but you know what I'm saying. There are just certain things that vibe and certain things that don't. And I have a feeling that if we did enough energy work, that somehow there's a way to make it so that everything is on that level that I vibe with this and I vibe with this and I vibe with this and I vibe with this. And when something else comes in front of you, you remember to compare it to that vibe level. That's where I was going with this, is that you see a thing and for whatever reason, your heart knows whether you're vibing with it correctly or not, but your brain makes excuses for it. Well, we're running out of time, or I really need it fast, or I have to get there, or I have to do this, or I have to get this thing done, or whatever, right? Those are all our brain, ego, whatever, saying those things to us. I don't know. I didn't prepare that, so I'm kind of just going off. I'm going off script. Anyway, is that the last comment? Where'd my mouse go? Hang on, my mouse is... Oh, there it is. My mouse disappeared. I found it. Okay, so Robin, yeah, that's it. I read that one already. Are the things that really matter. Okay, Robin, you get the booby prize today, and I'm out of here. So, thank you very much for spending time with me today. As always, I really appreciate it. Except that one person. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Where is there it is. It's, you know what it is? I have to say goodbye. I like talking to the camera while I'm saying goodbye. I like looking at you while I'm doing all of this thank you stuff. Except then, in order to get out of here, I have to press a tiny, teeny button that's in the bottom. It's right there. You can't see it, but that's where it is. And it's really tiny. And if I move the mouse wrong, I can't see it. So I'm trying to get it there and say goodbye at the same time. And that's why I'm always babbling, because I look down and I forget what I'm talking about. So, LOL, that one person. Oh, you must have said that a long time ago. LOL. Okay, well, Robin, you still get the booby price. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me get the thing on the thing. Okay, there it is. It's on the thing. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Bye.